Look at this clown world. It's insane.
No, nothing gets done in a woke society. There's this video of like a conference going on.
Hi, I am Andy P. From Los Angeles, they, them pronouns. There was a previous point of privilege about waving around signs.
And then another guy gets up and he's like, I'd just like to say to all the people chattering in the audience, I have sensory issues, so I need you all to be quiet while each person is speaking. And
Hi, James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades who are sensitive to sensory overload, and that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety.
It's like, well, don't call them guys because they might not be guys. They're girls and boys and they, thems and non-binaries and all this stuff.
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
And it's like, this is how it would go in a society structured to benefit wokeism and political correctness.
That Asian right at the end is probably thinking, what's wrong with these Westerners? It looks like when someone's comfortable enough, they do what's in their power to look for problems. Men who work a lot, get money, wake up early, and build society are done with this degree of entitlement. The real people who build society and take care of it are mocked, disrespected, and 9 out of 10 times underrated. The men who fix the electric grid and the women who serve their husbands are called names, but a stupid guy using pronouns and so-called tolerance is praised. No wonder why Asia is on the rise, while the West is on a downward spiral. If you know, you know. Feel sorry for the woman at the end. It's like she realizes at that moment the insanity she's involved herself in deeply. Please don't use gendered language to address anyone. Spanish. I mean basically any Romance language. It's not a conference, it's group therapy gone wrong. This is called collective narcissism. Anyone who deals with anxiety and still decides to go into an event that will agitate that anxiety should not complain to anyone. This isn't a conference, this is a mental asylum. A room full of narcissists all trying to control each other and outdo each other. Speaking of narcissism and lack of autonomy, let's listen to this chick who chose the bad boy over the nice guy.
Broke up with him. I broke up with him. It was too much. He was too great. He was too great. We dated for 3 months. He was not a pushover. He had friends. He was cool. He was perfect. And he took me places and spent money on me. And he had a car and he had a bank account and he had health insurance. And he told me, if you want to be together, that's awesome. That's what I want. But if you don't, that's also okay. Whatever you want. And I broke up with him. I went back to my ex who got me a $15 gift card to Taco Bell for my birthday.
That was a bad decision.
The guy has a bank account just like many people, but he was, in terms of personality, a perfect 10. Not a pushover, not a controlling, insecure dude. None of those toxic vibes some chicks complain about. A man with his life together that helps other people improve their lives. Still, some women wonder why men gave up on chivalry.
The feminine urge to date someone who you know is toxic from the beginning, but you're addicted to emotional pain and don't want to break the cycle of living in a perpetual state of chaos and crisis.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
That might be a byproduct of daddy issues or even an array of bad relationships. While smart men overcome breakups and cheating by getting jacked, rich, and independent of external validation, most women ride the carousel, do drugs, hit the club, and look for social media validation.
Me and my boyfriend of 1.5 years just broke up. We lived together, we had animals together, and he is the most amazing person I've ever met, but I still wasn't happy. And that's when I realized, oh, just because you love someone and they're amazing to you doesn't mean that you're meant to be with them. And I don't want a pity party because I'm the one who decided to do the breaking up. Even though we're okay, it's fine, of course it's still gonna hurt for a while. But I just want to say, no matter how wonderful someone is, you know, you gotta do what you need to do for yourself and for your mental health, and you will find someone amazing again. You just have to remind yourself of that.
That just makes no fucking sense. I mean, it's just bullshit.
If a woman throws away a good man, it's like she's throwing away a winning lottery ticket. Once you throw your 1 in a million chance away, you shouldn't be given a second chance, otherwise she will treat it like it was never a 1 in a million to begin with. The more chances you give to unappreciative people, the less your chance is worth to them. These women just reinforce the concept that women lack reason and logic. You're too nice. You're too great. I love you, but I'm not happy. Also them, where are all the good men? The older you get, the worse dating is. She'll tell you how much he beat her, was a loser, then leaves you to go back to the loser. I will never understand women. This is what happens when you don't have a father figure. Every man should ask a woman about her father's situation before he ever gets serious with her. You'll find someone amazing again. I think I have found the sentence that perfectly sums up the approach to relationships for far too many women. This hits close to home for me. Back in 2005, I met this great woman. Things were going great and the relationship was getting serious. Then she suddenly dropped me because I was, in her words, everything she wanted. I dated a girl I'd known for a while right after she broke up with someone. She didn't have one nice thing to say about him the whole time. Then he started texting her and apologizing and promising to do better. I'm sitting there in her bedroom realizing she isn't over this guy, so I said I'm done until you decide what you want. 2 weeks later, she went back to him and later married him. It was at that moment I realized women have no idea what they want or who they are. Would you believe a chick that says she can be a better mother without a father? Sadly, she's entitled to feel that way due to IVF and freezing her eggs, but hey, when teenage pregnancies happen and young men become drug dealers, let these women deal with it and not get a good tax dollar.
Just with OnlyFans, and you're not going to be able to attract any guy. Also, you're never going to be able to. If that's what's meant for me, that's what's meant for me. But hold on. That's exactly the mindset that is dooming this society right now. Because if you don't even care about having a family and it's okay that just to make money so you could travel and have OnlyFans and Instagram, then everything crumbles apart. I can have a child alone.
Darling, can I ask you something?
Baby. I have a child donor. If I cannot support a child. Listen, I have OnlyFans and I have a child alone. I'll talk later. No me digas que me calle así, porque no me voy a callar.
Holy moly, for those of you who don't speak Spanish, here's what the single mom said. Don't tell me to shut up like that because I'm not going to shut up. So not only is she a single mom with an OF, but also a Latina. Sorry, not sorry. Just pump and dump material, not the woman you should end up with at the altar. Let's keep watching.
No me voy a callar.
Yo, get out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, you gotta
what the fuck am I to you?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, the man spoke. Get on, man. You gotta leave, bro. So, like I was saying, Fresh Castle, right? Go. Dude, she's annoying, bro. God damn, the whole show.
Qué annoying. Yo no estaba annoying. You just like hearing the sound of your voice, but it should matter, and you should not want to raise a kid alone. It is true. I have a kid alone. Well, you're saying I don't care about having kids. I do care about having kids. You're okay with having kids with the sperm donor.
John.
Do you want to end up like her? Because you're telling me, well, do you want I don't think I'll end up like her. Is this what you want your motherhood to look like? I really don't think that'll happen.
M, can I ask you something?
I have to try really hard to end up that way.
What's this bitch's name? Yo, M. Hold on. Emmy, right. Yeah. You're winning an Emmy with your IQ today. Yo, check this out. My question to you is, you said you decide your own value. Then why don't you price your OnlyFans at $1,000?
Because that's ridiculous.
Because you don't decide your own retard value.
Zherka is spot on. A woman's value might be determined by herself, but only inside her head. At the end of the day, she does not change more because her punani is less than Netflix. Shout out to Castillo for that analogy. He decided to kick her out because she was being disrespectful by trash-talking him in Spanish, which is a coward move, by the way. What Zherka said at the end was a gem. She probably thought changing her hair color would change her attitude. This the same chick that was crying on the show twice about not having a man to help raise her kid, and crying on the show about how a high-value male wouldn't take her serious as a single mom. They clearly were crocodile tears. Now let's wrap up with a short clip about Zherka. He might be relatively new in the space, but his delivery is brilliant. Just listen to this golden intervention.
This guy right here, I have a quick question.
Zherka?
Yeah, this guy's name is John Zherka, yeah? John, who the fuck are you? You've got 2 minutes. Explain yourself. What do you believe in? What do you want men to know? What do you want women to know? I've seen you with Fresh and Fit and Sneeko and the squad. What the fuck? Go ahead.
Right, so I'm John fucking Zherka. I'm a men's right activist, and I have a simple message. Men are better than women at literally everything. Literally everything. Nursing, if you get hit by a bullet, she can't pick my big ass up. She can't pick up anyone here. If she's a single mom, 80% chance the kid grows up to be a fucking school shooter. How do single dads do?
Way better.
Do fucking great.
Way better.
Men are better at everything compared to women, and the women need to hear this. And you can find me at thatnigga.com.
Where did you find this dude?
Yo,
Fresh, where did you find this guy?
I'm gonna be honest, that was Myron and Sticko, but this is the only guy I know I can say the N-word with a straight face.
I'm just gonna say, an enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
All right? So,
Sun Tzu.
John fucking Zerka.
John Zerka.
This guy.
Body bagged those two losers yesterday.
Yeah.
Nat, you're done with the super chats?
Very soon, you guys are going to be on my platform.
There you go.
Nat, do you want Zerka to read the super chats?
I can't read.
Okay, I figured.
Okay. See, it's harder than it looks.
This guy's a shred.
I don't do these sober.
How yipped up are you, Zerka?
Honestly, I'm a huge fan of Patrick. So is my twin brother. So I'm actually kind of nervous to be here. We love Patrick. We love the show. And honestly, all we have to do is kick one of the girls out to make this a perfect episode.
Nah, go ahead, finish the super chats, and then we'll wrap.
This guy is coming up hard as fuck. All you people complaining about Zerka, if you can't handle someone like Zerka in the world, having his own opinions and a spotlight, then that means you are an incredibly weak person and almost certainly an NPC. Zerka finally getting the notoriety he deserves after all these years. As a black man, my man has a pass. Guys, thanks for checking out this video. Stay tuned for more daily content. Like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.